How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting, and welcome back to Trails in the Sky. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. My brain's backwards, whatever. We are back and we're business. So I did, unfortunately, miss a mission. I'm going to take it as a lesson to check the board all the time. No excuses. Like, I think the problem was I was trying to do too many, quests, linked together. I should probably just do the monotonous thing and travel back and forth a lot just to make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, so today we are going to be heading south to the Valeria Lake Shore. I might swing by the tower again just because there might be something else going on there. We already had an event that happened there, but maybe something new will trigger now that we're further along. So I might as well just go and just take a peek. Go to Lake Shore. There's some kind of monster that I think is supposed to be down this path. New Ansel Road, which I think is what this road is. And then after that, we have to get a ring that was taken. It's one of the objects that was stolen when the bandits or the Sky Raiders came by. So whenever we go there, we just got to keep an eye out for that and try to make sure we grab it before we leave. Yeah, other than that, I think we're doing okay. I don't really see what else we're going to plan for. So it's really going to be mostly advancing the plot a little bit. And also, I might go and check our gear because I can't recall, but I think we've got some money. 5,000 mirror. Yeah, so I might go see if there's any gear we want to upgrade just before we head out. Maybe even get some orbals open or something. You know, just top ourselves off before we leave town. But yeah, other than that, kick back, relax. Let's get started and enjoy the storyline. All right, so let's see if there's any slots we can open up first. Oliver, he's got all his slots opened already. This is pretty impressive, honestly. It also kind of shows me where I should be. And here's the thing, I'm missing fire quartz. Why fire quartz? Good grief, I just need to go farm fire quartz if I can somewhere. But, oh well, we'll have to just deal with that for now. Oh, right. Duh! One last thing before we go, someone said that I unfortunately missed the opportunity to buy Chapter 3. I don't know if I'll have a chance in the future to get it, but I'm going to go ahead and read Chapter 4. We'll fill in the gaps. We'll see. I'll do my best again to try not miss anything, but I'm blind playing. Of course I'm gonna miss stuff, so I hope you don't mind. But Cornelia Chapter 4. Human Fodder. Oh, that's a good title. Sister Cornelia spoke to me in a tender tone as she sent a wave of immense pain rushing through the whole of my right hand. I won't have any trouble with you now, will I, Toby? She asked. Far from eyes just brimming with tears, I nodded my head in consent as the salty streams of water ran down my face. Satisfied with my answer, she loosened her grip, and I felt the pain vanish as if it all been some sort of illusion. With a wry smile, she further added, Don't get me wrong, Toby. I've been sent here to protect you by the goddess herself. That's what she said while instructing me to keep my eyes focused on what lay beyond the window glass. Yet there was something about the way she pronounced the last syllable of my name that really rubbed me the wrong way. So, Toby. Little by little, the line of passengers slowly began to flow out of the train car. Prodded on by Sister Cornelia, I inched forward while keeping my gaze on the platform through my passenger car window. Down the stairs which led to the front ticket gate were the figures of those men from earlier this morning. The three thug-like passengers who had been loitering near the large horse head emblem at the of tile at the Imperial Station. A muffled laugh echoed from her throat as she, too, noticed them. Well, isn't this a warm reception party you've got going on? Cocking my head, I quietly pleaded, Give me back my orb mint. Sister Cornelia said nothing. Members of the crew bid us farewell as we stepped through the exit and disembarked the train onto the lead-colored platform below. Angrily, I thought to myself, Dang it, what's wrong with these fools? Can't they see what's going on? I shut my eyes halfway to protect them from the drizzle whipping against my face, and I hurriedly descended the wet set of stairs, a half pace at a time. Sister Cornelia moved along behind me at precisely the same length and stride. Below, the group of thugs waited. Expectantly at the bottom of the stairs, waited for me, no doubt. Contemplating the rate at which I was going, I ultimately believed it was only a matter of time before I'd be handed over to the enigmatic group. I caught sight of their soured faces at the distance between us grew smaller, and felt the heat in my left hand tingle, tightly gripping my bag grow to an intensity under my palm, beginning to sweat profusely. Hitting the midway point on the stairs, Sister Cornelia suddenly whispered in my ear, Keep your eyes on the ground, Toby. As I did, I was told, and cast my gaze down upon the tips of my boots, stained to the darker shade by the rainwater. Then, right at the moment I let out my breath, I felt a deep sense of pressure just below my shoulder blades as I was forcefully shoved forward. Droplets flew from my saturated fingers. My world turned upside down as I tumbled down the stairs and slammed back first into the group of hoodlums. With a muffled crunch, I felt the painful sensation of my ribs crumple under the weight of my body and then return to normal from their severely compressed state. So, it's a fancy way to say I got the wind knocked out of him. Two of the seemingly military men who were hit as I toppled down the stairs, like an avalanche unleashed on a pair of young saplings, absorbed the transfer of force and were thrown into a large puddle collecting on the ground nearby. Shrieks erupted from the startled passengers nearby, more shrill than high-pitched sounds on the railway brakes from a decelerating locomotive. As my world spun wildly around me, I lay there, the chill of the tiles seeping into my back. With a concerted effort, I rolled my eyes to the left, where my arm remained in an outstretched state. By some act of the goddess, I had managed to keep my tight five-finger grip on the bag I'd been carrying. In an effort to give up, I slid into a prostrate position, keeping my chin in contact with the ground, making a low visual sweep in the vicinity as if my life depended on it. It probably does. I noticed the military-like physique of the men had vanished from view. The only figure I saw standing above me now on the platform was that of Sister Cornelia. And on her shoulder, as if she were merely hefting a sack of grain, was one of the men. Fetch! Turning in the direction where the train sat in its motionless state, she lobbed the unfortunate man down onto the set of empty rail tracks below. By this time, I'd risen to one knee while keeping the other planted firmly on the ground in a half-standing position. The world in front of me was still swaying, undulating in my wavering eyesight. My head slowly rocked back and forth with it as the double vision of Sister Cornelia's boots approached me. Then, with a strong grip, she tugged on my hand. For some strange reason or another, when she did this, I failed to notice the unpleasant feeling that her hand wrapped tightly around mine brought. "Let's go, Toby," she instructed in an authoritative voice, nearly dragging me. She pulled me to my feet, and before long, we were hightailing it out of there. The onlookers made quite a commotion as they moved hastily out of the way in a determined attempt to not be caught up in the middle of our flight path. The bag in my left hand swung helplessly, knocking against my thigh. After clearing the ticket gate, Sister Cornelia finally let go of my hand, but a sickening slippery sensation came with it. Looking over at her, I realized that the stomach-churning, slimy feeling on my hand had come from the bright red blood which stained both of hers. I peered back over my shoulder in the direction of the platform as I continued to run, but the figures of those three men who had been waiting for me at the station were nowhere to be found. Okay, Sister Cornelia's terrifying. I was first going to say that I think she sounds like a monk or like somebody who's like trained in martial arts because she like pinched like a pressure point of his, and she's physically very strong and knows how to move bodies very effectively. But she also might be able to rip people's throats out, and it doesn't really sound like a type of reasonable self-defense tactics when it comes to martial arts, so I don't know what that's all about. Color me intrigued. We definitely missed some stuff in chapter 3. At first, I think it was just like he was just trying to avoid like the people on the platform, like those shady guys, and now he's got kidnapped. All right, nuance path. Here we go. Now we have a monster to catch here. We're gonna go check out the tower, and we're gonna go do our investigation down south. All right, I remember this. Yeah, that's right. We ran from this fight. You might find we're a bit stronger now, and we have a fourth party member. Okay. So just don't use earth attacks against them. Explodes when defeated, kill from afar. Gotcha. All right, so cast off. Okay, start. Okay. Protect us. God, are they focusing him? Seriously? That's annoying.
Not now.
Now, I think she has ears except for KO.
We're good to go.
I don't want you to miss out on experience.
Yeah.
Seriously, they just hate him.
Not now.
Fine, Joshua, just stay down. Got him. Oh, it didn't actually. Well, thank goodness this will. Okay, so she'll be able to. Oh, crap. Whew, thank you for targeting someone with their guard up.
Take that.
Yeah. Fetch, man, that took a while.
Enjoy the show.
There's some fire gems. Found chainmail. Cool. And what's the chest say? Chest is empty because someone came and took the stuff out. You wouldn't know who that did that now, would you? Alright, well, fetch me and fetch all of that nonsense. Is that it? It kind of looks like it might be. Okay. I need to stock up on food next time I'm in town. Yeah, okay, we'll exterminate this. Okay, so these are the things that... So use fire. Cool, okay. Well, good thing we got fire. Crap, though. We don't have much else. Might as well try it. Oh, fetch me. One down. Where? Okay. Don't know where he was going, but sure. Die! And I missed that one too. Cool. 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 Punk. God, did nothing. That was just annoying.
Enjoy the show.
But hey, mission accomplished. Now let's go and sleep. Well, yeah, so I've already got this, like, I spoiled this for myself, but it is very pretty here. Oh, this is the north shore of the Valerian Lake, huh? It seems to be peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once when I was in an area on another job. The wind's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect of a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day, filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Oliver, let him know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think that has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Huh? Well, whatever. As long as he doesn't share the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. The guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? All right, let's go. I want to look around outside first. Ooh, I don't think I came down here last time. Man with a pole. Can I ask you something? Wow, he's not responding at all. He must be really into fishing. Huh, so this is what fishing maniac looks like, huh? They seem like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. Seem to be concentrating. Okay. So maybe he's the guy we have to talk to, but maybe we have to, like, learn a phrase or something, or trigger some kind of event. Other than that, just pretty nice and quiet. I love the sounds of the water here. Ah, it's so nice. It's like, obviously it's so, what do you call it? It's repeated and it's very basic, but still lovely. Oh, kind of came in the awkward way. Hello. Okay, first let's rest. I noticed the resting's getting more expensive. Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. Please let me know if you'd like to stay. Okay. My My mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. It's a tradition in our family. My mother seems to look forward to it every time. Kind of feel bad for my father, though. He always gets left behind. That sucks. The Kingfisher Inn and Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn and Zest are my favorite places to stay. Oh yeah, Maple Leaf one. Isn't that the onsen one? That does sound fun. And we keep hearing about it, so I'm sure we're gonna go there. What do you have for sale? Oh, okay. Alright, so I already bought you out all your stuff. Okay. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it? We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everyone who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have a clue who that might be? Oh, you're talking about old man Kuwano. If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then you must meet Lloyd. Lloyd? I've heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. It seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there. He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So, are you saying that old man's fishing out back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out real loud. Okay, so he's like probably mostly deaf. Let's just take a peek upstairs real quick. There are some fishing rods propped up against the wall. Probably only there for ambience, which again, just is really cool. Oh, let's look at this little deck. Oh, that's cool. It has a letter. Okay. All right, Lloyd. Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. Looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Oliver leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from? That was a dirty trick to play on him, Oliver. Yeah, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that as a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. How did you know my name? We heard it from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see. So you heard from Mr. Kuwano, did you? Yeah, I saw a strange pair about 2 nights ago. I knew it. Can we get you to fill in a little more of the details? Before that, are you all bracers or something? Is this somehow related to the sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. Well, in that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing with my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after having battled it out with the lake's guardian. It'd gotten late into the night, and it was about time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian? Oh, here we go. I'm glad you asked. The guardian is a giant salmon that swims in the murky depths of the Verilian Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters amongst fish lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. Looks like you've thrown a log on the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish as you say? You bet your last mirror it is, and I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. Comes and goes to different parts of the Verilian Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it appeared in these parts, so I came running from the Royal City. Ha! Now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get hold of it. For example, the bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back on our story? So, Lloyd, what happened the night you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I'd returned from the boat on my way to the inn, when I saw an old couple heading out of the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road in the middle of the night. Yep, no doubt about it, they headed out on the New Onslow path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Though maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something. Ghosts? There aren't any ghosts out here. Just, I thought the two were just a young couple. They might have been two lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. Oh, don't tell me anymore. Oh, brother, a bracer is afraid of ghosts. The guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't you being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Little like a kitten shivering in the cold. You better watch out because this little kitten bites. Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did in fact seem to be the one with a purpose and reason. I'd say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. But it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. I knew it! A school uniform. It couldn't be. It wasn't the one from Genis Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha, my niece goes there as well. Looked exactly the same as the one she wears. I see. This whole evening just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally on her trail. What? So she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, you tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn she said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep. We'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are in. Oh, I see. Well, that's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that's off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out of fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing net. You mentioned something about Fisherman's Guild, too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So, how is the couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Cher explained this encounter they encountered Josette and Roland. I see. That seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. All right, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. How much you want to bet I have to play whack-a-mole, catch-a-mole with like the creatures in the garden? All right. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Beau's after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. Not just yet. Understand. I'll reserve your room for you, so please come back after you finish with your other errands. Right. We're going back to the guild. I'm turning in that question, making sure there's nothing else I'm missing. I'm probably nothing, but I'm not taking that chance again. We'll be right back. All right, report due Onzo Path Monster. A 1500 and BP, credit rank, junior bracer, 6th class. Good work. Looks like you managed to achieve your objective. All right, now anything else? Just a stolen ring. All right, we're ready. Well, actually, I should stock up on some food while I'm here. Okay, spent like all our money, but we stocked up on food. We won't need to buy food for a long time. All right, now it's time to begin. All right, we're ready. All right then. Please come with me. I'll show you to your room. It's a cute room. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. Has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest while you can. That's part of a bracer's job, too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Go fishing? I don't know. Hilarious shore. Aw, gonna have some bonding time, it looks like. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake's a fisherman's dream come true. I bet it's a blast to throw a line in these waters. Okay, hang on. This country, like, this nation must be just tiny. Like, never mind the fact that it takes like a day to walk between the cities we walked through. But if you can stand on one lake shore and you can see the capital on the other side, like, I grew up at a lake at my grandpa's house. Like, well, I didn't like live there, but we go there every summer. You know, go boating and fishing and all that stuff. Like, it was just something that was part of my childhood. That lake wasn't very big. It definitely wasn't the biggest lake I've ever seen. But you could, like, it was wide enough that it was kind of difficult to see the other shore in any detail. Like, and then I've been to, like, the Great Lakes, and you can't see the other side of those, like, at all. It's so big. So this lake, I got the impression it was a huge one. Like, I was imagining, like, if it, like, actually, I thought it was a sea, and then if it wasn't a sea but a lake, I was imagining something like a Great Lake, even the smallest one, like Lake Erie. But no, this thing is more like a normal lake. Big, but a normal, very large lake. And so it just feels like this nation is just so small. I'm amazed that there was even they were able to even have a war. Anyway, let's keep going. Then how about it? Might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua? Me, let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Old geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Aw. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around the pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. So let's see, I think I have to go get a fishing pole, right? Which is inside. This is a good chance to just talk to people. Got some good fishing today. Perhaps to look forward. So please look forward to your meals. Scheherazade and Oliver are having a drink and chilled fruit wine together. Shara, you start drinking again when it's only noon. No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right? Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Shara, but you can leave her to me. Actually, Shara's not the one I'm concerned about. Yeah, good luck. People come here to enjoy fishing. If you would like to borrow a fishing pole, we can loan you one, so all you need to do is ask. Alright, well, the loaners are upstairs, right here. Okay, see around, okay, yeah. Just exploring, making sure I've seen everything. Wait, why can't I get them? Oh, hello. Oh, you're staying here too? Let's enjoy this wonderful place together. I wonder what's for dinner today. I'm so excited I can hardly wait. So let's see, we're downstairs. So, wait, so the fishing poles. Well, who do I talk to about fishing? Got some good fishing today. Yeah, okay, wait, so. Who do I talk to about fishing? I invited Shara for a friendly drink and she readily agreed. Seems as though she's finally being taken by my charm. Yeah, fresh off self-confidence may cost you your life. By the way, Estelle, what happened to Joshua? Did he dump you or something? Yeah, actually he did. Really? I invited him to come fishing with me, but he brushed me off for a book. Don't you think that's a little cold-hearted? What? That's it? Oh, he had me going there for a minute. Don't worry, Estelle, she's suffering from MC-itis, aka she's as dense as a bunch of rocks. Maybe even a black hole or two. Okay, well, I've gone everywhere and I've clicked on everything I thought I could click on. Oh, hey, Josh. Aren't you going to fish? The pier looks like a nice spot. How about you try it too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know. I'm not as good as you. I think I'll just sit here and watch if all the fishing practice has paid off. Okay, well. Yes, this looks good. Definitely the best spot. Okay, so I came here first. I'm kind of glad I didn't find it, but it was a little annoying. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Start fishing. Crap, I don't have a fishing rod. Yeah, I wonder if someone at the end has a spare I could borrow. Estelle, I just did that. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over here, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here. Wow, really? Score! Borrowed progressive rod. That's a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. All right then, I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. Whee! Yes. Let's guess a few lines. Now, is it a minigame or is it just something we watch? Let's see. For this pier, which would be the best place to drop the line? To the east where the shade reaches. Shade is actually a place where a lot of fish tend to like. The next best would probably be around the pier. Sun hitting the water could be good. Like, they technically all have their bonuses, but I think shade. Anyone here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishies. Now, what should I do about the bait? If we're going for shade, let's do light bait. All right, let's sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Come on. Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? Wait until it gets tired before reeling it in. All right, let's see what we got. So you kind of battle it, and then as it starts to like when it's resisting, you kind of just like pull it, and then it eventually kind of like relax because it gets tired, and that's when you reel as fast as you can. Caught a Liberl carp. This one's just a warm-up. Let's see, what should I do now? Continue fishing. A salmon? Yes, 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 I am a goddess of fishing. What a haul. Maybe the record for the size of my best catch to date. Though for certain it wasn't just a regular fish by the way it tugged on the line. Holy boots? We got boots. Curse you, holy boots. This victory's yours. Curse you, holy boots. Curse you, holy boots. A smelt. Okay. What a little fishy. Joshua's gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now and hide the evidence? A Liberl carp. Okay. Tiger rockfish. Wow, this one's a biggie. I believe a little bragging might be in order. Guardian. 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 A smelt. Liberl carp. Okay, you know what? I think we're good. Oh, hobbyist, I got an achievement. I fished the whole day. Nice. Man, it's already starting to get dark. Guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check it out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Oh. Huh? Joshua? What's this? 100 Days War seems to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up. Wonder if Joshua just forgot this. Being so sharp, he can sure miss some things. Guess I'll have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. Interesting. Now, what I would do is pop in and say like, "Hey, can you cook up the best one? Can you cook this up for me and my friends?" Because like that's the best thing about having a fish you catch that day. Like, get it cooked. Dodge your fish and go. You happen to catch anything good? I'll cook it up for you as a part of the service. Yeah. Okay. So you can hold your liquor, can't you? I think I've changed my mind about you. Come on now, drink up. Shara, we have a job to do. Hold on, Shara. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves at this pace? That could interfere with tonight's... What are you whining about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician. Are you saying you can't keep up with me? Ugh. Estelle, don't just sit there and watch. Do something. Sorry, bud. Once she gets started, there's no stopping her. But you don't have to worry. She never gets plastered. Shouldn't you be worried about me? Is she always like this? Whenever she's on the job, she manages to behave herself. But when it comes to having a drink, even my dad can't keep up with her. Is that the case? At any rate, I'm kind of interested in seeing her go wild. Or am I going to pass out from drinking first? Things are starting to heat up in here. Maybe I should just strip down naked. Please don't. If you take off anything else, we're going to get in trouble. Our dishes use fresh purchase straight from the fishermen themselves. You can always look forward to the freshest fish. I wonder if that means I can also sell the fish to them for some money. Joshua. Hello. I have a feeling he's up. I was able to spend another day relaxing here today. It's important to get away from your daily routine when you're worn out. When I return home, reality's waiting for me, so I better enjoy myself while I can. There are a lot of people who come to the Inn to fish. Just a little while ago, an old man came here from Bose and spent all day fishing before going home. I'm thinking about giving it a try myself. I mean, you might as well. It's free once you stay here. Alright, well, yeah, so my guess is he's going to be down the side path where we found old man Lloyd. There he is. Hey there, laddie. What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back to the battle? Nope, already had my fill. Sure, it's been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. Estelle held out the book she found on the table. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's pretty heavily implying that he was either caught up in a soldier or just simply a civilian who was in the wrong place at the wrong time during the war. And that his family and those whom he was with, maybe he was even potentially helping, he was young, but he could have been like a deckhand or something, was with the Empire. And so he's grown up, fallen in love with the people here in Liberl, and fallen in love with the family Estelle and Cassius. And so every time they talk about, even if it's indirectly, even if they don't mean it, they bring up what happened with the 100 Days War. And he feels responsible, even though he was young and couldn't really do anything. And even if he was doing stuff, he was likely essentially brainwashed into helping. But he takes it personally because he feels like in a way they traded her mother for him or something to that regard. Although at the same time, it seemed like she was already gone when they brought Joshua home. So maybe he wasn't actually involved in the actual war, but perhaps was involved and was originally from the Empire, maybe like a strike team or something. I don't know. There's definitely a connection he has with the Empire. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell what you're doing. And besides, it's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like this when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now, that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is The Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. Aww. Oh, that's the song that plays at their home, isn't it? Wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean? We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it. I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering the 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with a beaten up kid? Some random stranger who never said a word about his past? Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield. Fetch, man, that's me. I am the king of using politeness as a shield. Now, wait a minute. You care, and you're caring. And lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? Been like that since the first time we met. You gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yeah, injured and all, more than once. I'm sure I was just a bit of childish play, playing Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airline mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure, that's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper's ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill, so we're ready for tonight. All right. But I think we're going to end here. It's not the best place to end, but I did do a lot of other stuff. And while it's probably cut down to a lot shorter, I think I want to tackle this entire, hunting down these Sky Raiders in an entire part. I don't want to go halfway through and feel like we have to stop there. This is a good place for us to end. Plus, we have a lot to think about with that whole interaction. I kind of want to theory craft a little bit too. So, again, it kind of paints that picture. So, I can't remember exactly when they said the 100 Days War was. I think they said something more like 10 years ago, but I don't know if that's right. And so Estelle would have been really young. And so 5 years later, he got found. So that would mean that he wasn't involved in the actual war, but he does feel responsible, it seems, in some way or another. So either he's got family that were involved or something. We'll have to figure that out, I guess. But it means we got a lot to learn about Joshua. I'm curious. But like Estelle, I'm not really in a hurry to find out. I'm sure when it comes up and matters most, he's going to be a frontward about it. If there's one thing I feel about Joshua that I can trust, is that I can trust him. Like, he's a good egg through and through. And Estelle, she is a bright star who could shine so bright she's blind. They're really fun though. The music is so good. I mean, isn't it interesting how you can have these like massive orchestral pieces from movies or history, like all these grandiose type or symphonies and orchestrations and ballets and operas. They're moving and powerful, and yet you can almost get that chills feeling of just connection with a very simple harmonica sound. Now, granted, we've been hearing like versions of that song throughout the game, so it's kind of primed us for it. But still, there was a haunting beauty to that. And the thing is, like, I'm not a big fan of harmonica. Like, I'm sure it's cool when people can play it, but it's definitely not my favorite instrument to listen to. But I could listen to that all day. This is one of those games where, like, I bet you I wouldn't even get to the end before I'm going to save some of the soundtrack to my playlist and just listen to it, like, regularly. It's really good. And for a game, especially because if this was like the very first of its entire series, like, I don't know if these are based on books or anything, or if this was literally the brainchild, first child of the series, where it was just like, hey, we're going to have this thing, Legend of the Heroes Trails in the Sky. Like, Legend of Heroes essentially is setting up a universe, and then Trails in the Sky is like the first one, you know. It's setting up, it's kind of like the MC when it had the first Iron Man and kind of set up at the end for like future Avenger movies to come out. It's kind of like, is that what this was? Because if it was, how gutsy. They put so much time, attention, and care and love into it. Like, the sound is developed, is great, the writing's fantastic, and they built this world to be so in depth and have so much detail to feel lived in, breathed in, and like it was moving and actively being changed in time with time, and people's lives were being affected and they had responses. Like, the fact that it's got so much life in it. If this really was a first time release, because like most game companies, especially publishers, or not publishers, more developers, when they make a first game in the line, they're throwing everything on the line for it. Most of the time, it's like, if this isn't at least somewhat successful, it might be the end of our entire business. Maybe these were built by people who had already had success in JRPGs and they just wanted to start a new project with this, like, with the ground running. But even then, it's hard to get publishers and other big companies and corporations to sign on to something like this unless you either got a proven track record or a really good pitch. And I don't know what they did, but they pulled it off, because I am already in love with this game and the characters. I understand now why you were all clamoring for me to try this game out, why you were all so excited when it won the poll and when I got this started, because I'm already in love with it. It's so much fun. Anyway, enough rambling about that. I feel like I wanted to get that off my chest because I'm kind of bubbling up inside right now. So that was a real take, even though it's a very rambly ending that I'm guessing most people didn't stay to watch. But for those of you who are still here, thank you so much. The fact that you're here means a lot to me, because it means you care about what I think about the game and the characters, and that's really why I make this content. It's not to like just, I don't know, I'm not just another YouTuber. I'm someone who comes here for the story, who immerses himself and really takes it seriously. Not that other people don't, but I feel like a lot of times in the sake of entertainment, people sacrifice like a true immersion into the story. And that's fine for them, but not for me. Thank you especially to the patrons who make it possible for me to have custom art like the one that's at the end of these videos. Really fun to get, because it's based on Joshua and Estelle. I didn't know who they were. I just kind of said, hey, here's the game I'm playing. I look up the game art and let's make something together. But like, all we did is replace Joshua and Estelle with a kind of a caricature based on myself and a caricature based on an OC character from a story I'm writing. And I think it turned out really well. So it's just really fun. And a lot of that is possible because of the patrons, because there's something tangible I can work with that can make it so I can make this channel more customizable, make more content. And it means the world to me. Anyway, really being all lovey-dovey here, so I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much. And until next video, watch me up, see me next. I'll see you there.